Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Amy and I'm your Magical Meals chef, and I am so excited about today's recipe. So I am going to be making some Greek chicken pork meatballs with orzo, and it is a half-baked harvest recipe. Maybe you guys are familiar with half-baked harvest. I highly recommend you follow all of her things. Her recipes are so good. I'm making a little spin on it because she says to either use ground chicken or ground pork. Well, why not have the best of both worlds? I'm doing both. So we are doing pork and chicken meatballs. So first and foremost, I just wanted to say thank you so much for tuning into my channel. And if you don't already subscribe, please subscribe and like this video so that you can support the channel and I can keep making these awesome videos for you. As I go, I'm gonna be showing you some of my favorite things to use in the kitchen. Some of them are Pampered Chef, some of them are from Amazon, and I'll make sure that I link everything below in the description so that you guys can get your hands on whatever you want. So to get started, we are going to mix up the meatball mixture. Hands, rings off. Before I get in trouble for having icky icky meat fingers. Okay, so let me turn this down so you guys can see what I am doing. All right. So here we go. I am going to add in all of my meat. We have the pork, ground pork. Can never go wrong with that. It was so hard when they said, like, you know, pick one. Why do I have to pick one? I want both ground chicken and ground pork. You get the best of both flavors. And they're both lean, right? So we in our household tend to do more of like a low carb type diet, so why not? Let me just get a quick wash of my hands and then we are going to prep away. So I'm just mixing everything up in here in this glass mixing bowl. This is a pretty big one because we got lots coming. So I have a shallot, or as Mr. Gordon Ramsay says, a shallot. Anyone else a Gordon Ramsay fan? Okay, and I'm using, it rolled away. I'm using our Prep and Store here, which I absolutely love this because as I am using it, I literally can just throw all of my scraps right here into a little container. I just did a manicure on myself and clearly cut the nails too short, can't peel the skin. Here we go. We got it, you guys. So I'm just gonna slice up my shallot. All right, it says chop it up. So we're gonna do a quick chop. Actually going to get my food chopper because I think it's just gonna get the job done a lot faster than if I were to stand there and chop myself. So this is our food chopper. Some of you may know it as the slap chop. And this is one of the Pampered Chef fan favorites. If you have a food chopper, I want to know in the comments below. Tell us, do you have a food chopper? I mean, look at this. It is beautiful. And I could keep going and chop it even more if I wanted to. So that's something else that I really love is you can do it to the desired choppedness. You guys will learn from watching my channel that I don't really know what I'm talking about all the time. I don't have the right words to say at all times, but we're gonna get through it together, right? All right, so let me look at what else we need to put in here. We have the chicken. We have the shallot. We are going to add a half a cup of our fantabulous Publix grated Parmesan. So I am a huge cheese fan. I don't know about you guys, and there's nothing better than tons and tons and tons of cheese in a recipe. So I'm gonna just take out my half cup here, and we are going to dump that right in. Oh, is it gonna be like almost exactly what I need? A little bit short. I'm gonna have to open the new one. But that's okay, because we go through lots of cheese. Right into the recycle, and add a little bit more. And then we're gonna add some garlic. Everyone loves garlic. Oh no. See guys, we call this in Pampered Chef Land being pampered, not perfect. Okay, a little extra for good luck. So we have in here our chicken, our pork, our shallots, our grated parm, and now we're gonna do 2 cloves of garlic. And it says you can chop it, but I'm gonna go ahead and mince the garlic. I don't know about you guys, but this garlic press is amazing. So I'm gonna go ahead and get my cloves separated here. So it actually calls for 8 total, but 2 of them are supposed to be chopped up. So we're gonna just do 1, 2, 3. Look at that. It's just like it's raining garlic. Beautiful, glorious garlic. That was a really big clove. It like shot out the sides. Just peel that all out. And we'll do 1 more. Okay. 1 more big clove of garlic. I don't know. Part of me says we should do more than that, because isn't garlic just the best thing ever? We'll see. Okay, get anything extra out, and we are good to go. So we have all of that in the bowl. Is it time? Is it time to start mixing yet? We're going, ooh, it wants me to put balsamic vinegar in here. Now that was a surprise for me. I think that is so different. I don't know about you, but have you ever put balsamic vinegar into meatballs? I have not. So we're gonna try it out. We're gonna see how it goes. Maybe it's gonna be delicious. So we're gonna do 1 tablespoon of balsamic vinegar. All right. Right over top. And then it wants some oregano and salt and pepper. And I love how I keep saying it wants, like it has its own soul. This recipe does have a soul, right? I think so. All right, so I just have some oregano here. Little tip is just to drag your finger right down the stem backwards against the grain, if you will, and they all just come right off, okay? Just do it again. Just like that, see? It's like magic. Disney magic. All right, so we're just gonna do a little bit of a rough chop on that, and if you wanted to, you could totally use the food chopper on this, but we're just gonna give it a real quick chop right into the bowl. And I think all we need now is our salt and pepper. This grinder set, you guys, is awesome. I love it. Super easy to use, super easy to fill. It looks pretty. And that's it. All right, now comes the fun part. Mixing. We're gonna mix. Mix, mix, mix. That's what my daughter says. She's 2, and that's her favorite part of cooking with mommy is mix, mix, mix. So I'm going to go ahead and just get on in here, mix up all of the meat with the balsamic, the Parmesan. It's cold. I think that's my least favorite part of mixing meat for meatballs or meatloaf, is that it's really cold. And I'm gonna have to run my hands under some warm water to bring them back to life. Okay, it also says you can put some chili flakes in here, but I am not a spicy girl, so I personally don't want any chili flakes anywhere near my meatballs. My husband, on the other hand, he loves spicy, so he'll definitely go ahead and add some hot sauce or something to it. So I'm going to do a quick under warm water rinse. Bring my hands back to life. And then we're going to keep going. So this recipe can be made in either a crock pot or a pressure cooker instant pot. I'm gonna be using the Pampered Chef multi-cooker today, so you guys can see what that's like. And I'm going to make the meatballs now. So what it says to do is coat your hands with oil, and you're gonna roll the meat into tablespoon size balls. And then they're gonna go right into my multi-cooker. So stay tuned. Okay, so a real quick coat of olive oil in my hands, and I am going to roll out these meatballs. You should be able to get at least 15 to 16 out of it, especially if you're using the 2 different types of meat. And really you wanna make them to be about tablespoon size. So the best way to do that, you could do it by hand, right? Like this, and put them right in to your multi-cooker. Or you can use an actual scooper. So this is our stainless steel medium scoop. And all I'm gonna do is use that, save my little hands from freezing the whole time while I'm doing this with meat that I took right out of the fridge. And I'm just gonna roll them with one hand, make it like meatball, and right into the multi-cooker. So much easier. And I love these scoops because there's so much you can do with them. Of course, you can use them for like traditional things like scooping out cupcake batter to make the most perfect cupcakes so they're all equal size, or you can use them for ice cream or like really pretty whipped cream on top of desserts, or meatballs. Nothing better than something that makes things efficient, more fun. So I'm literally just taking these. I put a little bit of olive oil at the bottom of the multi-cooker. So if you have a crock pot, your instructions will be a little different because it's gonna be a different amount of time and it's going to be a different setting. But for the most part, you'll follow the same ingredients in the same recipe. And if you happen to have another type of pressure cooker that isn't the multi-cooker, you can use this recipe as well. So as I'm adding them to the pot is on sear. So in a second or two, you will hear it start to sizzle, and I'll show you guys exactly what is going on inside the pan or pot. So you're really just gonna brown them, sizzle them up, and then we're gonna be able to add more things to it, like tomatoes and wine. You guys, this recipe is going to be so good. All right, now you can see here, we have our meatballs on the sear setting in the multi-cooker. So we're just gonna sear them on all sides, and then we're gonna add the rest of our ingredients. So what I wanna show you here is I want you to see how much yumminess is in this pot. So I am just taking them out because I did a bunch of layers, or I should say batches of meatballs, because I'm making this for lunches and dinners for the week. So I just want you to see all of that yummy, crunchy bits that sticks to the bottom. And it's okay. I don't want you guys to freak out. Oh my God, it's stuck to the bottom, because we're gonna cook everything in here, right? That is the best part about doing it in the multi-cooker, because it's all in one place. So what I'm gonna do now is put back all of my meatballs, and then I'm gonna add in the rest of the ingredients. But what I really just wanted you to know is look at that. All of that flavor, all of that yumminess is going into your food. Next up, we have to add in one of my favorite ingredients, some wine. I am a white wine girl, and this recipe called for some dry white wine. I went into my cabinet to see what I had, and I have some Chardonnay. So dry, maybe, I don't know. Definitely not a wine connoisseur, but we're gonna use it anyway. So I'm gonna use my Pampered Chef wine bottle opener. Whoops, thumb over the camera, Amy, real smart. Pampered, not perfect. So this is the electric wine bottle opener. I love it. It makes a great gift as well. So really, all you're gonna do is, you have these two buttons, right? All you're gonna do is line it up, push down, it goes right in, and watch. See it? Do you see it? And then you hit the button and it comes right out. Ah! So we now have our open bottle of wine. I could have peeled it beforehand. It comes with a cutter on the base, and you could peel it and take it off, but who has time for that? I just do it this way because this bottle of wine is gonna be gone by tonight. So we're going to put in a whole cup of white wine into our amazing meatballs. And I'm gonna use my measure all cup. One of these is 1 cup. So right in we go. Oh yeah. And then we also need 1/2 cup of water. Fill it up with water, half of this. And oh my God, I wish you guys could smell it. It smells amazing. All right, let's keep going. We have to add some more things to our pot before we let it cook. So next up, we are going to add 1.5 cups. Sorry guys, it smells so good. 1.5 cups of cherry tomatoes. So literally you dump them right into the multi-cooker. And I'll tell you, 1.5 cups is basically a pint. So 1 container of cherry tomatoes right in here. We're going to close it on up. I'm reading. Can you hear this? I'm reading. We added our tomatoes, we added our wine, we added our water. We're gonna cook it for 5 minutes. So currently it's still on the sear setting. So we're gonna go ahead and just let it do its thing right there on sear. And I'm just making sure I'm adding a few more minutes just because I needed another few minutes because it needs to cook for 5. And then we're gonna add in the rest of our ingredients. Okay, so the recipe calls for salted butter. And I actually had an Instacart snafu where I ordered butter and they brought me garlic and herb butter. So why not add some extra flavor? And I'm just gonna put that in. So you just take 6 tablespoons of butter and it goes right in there. It's fun, just throwing butter. I mean, look, I'm left with this little tiny bit. I think I should just add it in, don't you? Don't tell me. Okay. So now we've added in the butter. Need to do a quick rinse of the hands. Everything is cooking together in the multi-cooker. Can you guys believe it? I haven't dirtied any other pans. It's amazing. And this smells so good. I wish you guys could smell what is going on in here. So we have that. And then the last thing, or one of the last things we have to add in, are garlic cloves. cloves, okay? So we're gonna add in 6 whole garlic cloves, just whole. I guess it's gonna mush up and be delicious when we're done. Obviously, we're gonna peel them first. I don't want you guys to leave the peel on and then tell your family that that magical meals lady with the ears on her head, she told me to put the whole cloves in with the skin. So we're gonna peel these up. We're gonna add in some fresh thyme, and then we're gonna cover this bad boy up and let it do its thing. So let's get to work. Okay, so I have my thyme going in. And like I did before, I'm literally just scraping my fingernail on the stem, and that gets all of the beautiful thyminess to come off, okay? So, see, quick scrape, bam, all done. All right, and then we have our garlic. So literally just whole cloves of garlic right in. And that's it. We're gonna close up the top, if I can find the top. I'm gonna turn off the sear setting, put it onto a custom setting. Okay. And it's gonna cook for 20 minutes. We're gonna let it do its thing. And then I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna show you guys what it looks like afterwards. And we're gonna add in our orzo and our heavy cream to just make it so yummy. Stay tuned, you guys. So I finished cooking on the custom setting and I put it back on saute. We're gonna add in our dry orzo. Isn't that just super cool? Dry orzo. We're gonna put in 2 cups worth. And then the last thing we're going to add is a little bit of water. So we're just gonna pour in 2 cups of dry orzo. We are on the saute setting. Stir, and now I'm adding in 1 cup of water. It's gonna cook for about 6 to 8 minutes, and then I'm gonna add in a 1/2 cup of heavy cream. I don't know if you guys can hear that or see that, but oh my goodness, look at this boil. So how cool is it that we were able to cook all of our meat in here, the veggies, right? Like our tomatoes and all of our herbs, garlic, and then the pasta goes right in and boils away, and we are, oh, if only you could be here and smell it. It is so delicious. But I have dirtied this 1 pot. It's nice and warm. So we are almost at a good al dente. Then what we're gonna do is add in our heavy cream. Okay, so I have to tell you, I have been tasting this broth with the orzo. You guys, it's so good. And this is my first time making this recipe, so I am blown away. I could eat just the broth. It's so good. Okay, we are at a great al dente. We're gonna add in our cream. Stir it around. I can't wait for you to see this. Oh my goodness. How gorgeous and yummy this looks. Let me show you. The dog is eating her dinner right under my feet, so I don't want to, I don't want to. Look at that. Can you guys see? I'm gonna get a big spoon so you can see how yummy. Okay, let's see. Let's get a spoon of everything all together. Do you see that? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Nala! Nala is currently on the counter. You guys have to see what's happening over there. Do you see this? Hold on. Nala! Okay, here. Now I can even get a better view for you for this. Let's see. Let's see. Look at that. Look at that. Yum. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's make a plate and see what we are working with. So we're gonna put the orzo on the bottom. Make sure we have the meatballs on the top. We have tomatoes. We have Parmesan cheese. Oh my Lanta, you guys. This is so beautiful. Let me grab my humongous feta. If you can't tell, we like feta in our house. So let me grab that. We're gonna put some feta on top, and this is going to be fantastic. I can't wait for you to see my final plate. All right, here it is. So we have our final product here. I am so excited to show you our Greek chicken and pork meatballs over orzo with the most delicious white wine and tomato sauce with sprinkled feta. Yum. Bon appetit.